Alright, in this video we are going to add the API for Login Administrator. Before starting, I would like to go ahead and turn off the tryout feature that comes pre-enabled when you install the scribe package. So I'll head over to a scribe.php file which is stored inside the config folder. I'll look for try it out feature and I'll turn it off by saying enabled to setting the enabled to false. This is because we are going to use Insomnia for making requests. I will head over to api.php file and add a new route for posting. Route post auth login, and the name of the controller will be login controller and the method name will be post login. Okay, I will now create this login controller in our from our terminal. php artisan make controller auth API auth login controller. Okay, and I will enter. This has been created. I will go to login controller and add the method public function post login. I will now import this route controller, okay, and I'll hit save. Next I will create a form request validation class for this as well. So in our terminal I will execute the following command: make request API /auth /login request. I will go to my controller and add it over here, login request $request, and I will import it over here. That has been imported, and I now go to definition. In this, by default it returns false. For the authorized method we need to return it true because the user should be able to pass through this request. Okay, in the rules I will add my validation for email, which is required. It should be email in the filter format and it should exist in the users table under email column. Okay, next up is password. It should be a required field. Okay, now in this login form request I will be adding a special method which is called as body parameters. Okay, so it will be public function body parameters. It will return an array of descriptive messages that will be displayed in the API that will be generated. So for email it will be an array, and that array consists of description, which will be something like whatever you want. Required, it should be an valid email address and it should exist in the application. Okay, and next is example. So I will write here the example johndoe@example.com. Similarly, we are going to write for password as well. Required and the password associated with your account. I will go and write it secret. So that is it for the login request class. Next I will go ahead and write the logic for checking the user authentication. Okay, so first thing is we will have to check whether the user has provided a valid password or not. Okay, so user where request email first. Okay, I will import this class. This has been imported. Okay, now I will check whether if user password sorry, not this way. Hash sorry, the method name is check request password and the user password. If not $password matches, we should return a 401 error, which is response JSON 401. Okay, I will give the message as the provided credentials are invalid under the type message, and status would be failed. I will import this class, which is supposed to be use illuminate support facades hash. Okay, if the user matches with the password, then we should create a bearer token. So in order to create a bearer token, you can write the following code. Token equals $user create token, and we will pass a name for the token, that is auth token, and it should be plain text token, and we will return this token for further requests. So I will return response JSON with the status of 200, and I will write status success message will be logged in, user logged in successfully. Now that we have written the logic for checking whether the user exists in our application or not, we will check it using the API client. So head over to Postman or Insomnia, whichever you want to use. I'll be using Insomnia. Okay, I will create a new HTTP request with a post and add the login, localhost 8000/API/auth/login. Make sure that whatever you have written here should correspond to api.php, whatever you have written over here. Okay, now I will go ahead and add the form URL encoded, and I will add the email admin@example.com. I'll add another for password, and password will be password. Okay, and I will hit send. Let's see. Oh, we got an error. Oh, we forgot to write the that was my mistake, sorry. I'll hide again and check. You see, successfully logged in. But along with it, we have to also send the token for further request, otherwise the user will not be able to move forward. Okay, so what we will do is we will send data, not here. I will send the data from here, and the token, which will be $token, and the user details as well. That okay. I will go ahead in the Insomnia terminal as well and send again. You see, the entire token has been created and the user details is also sent. Now that we have seen that our application API is working, we will add our documentation. Okay, so I will close this Insomnia client and head over to my controller. The controller documentation goes like this. First, we have to add the group and the name of this group. We will be calling it as common endpoints. Okay, inside this group there is a subgroup. Okay, the name of the subgroup is called, we will call it as authentication. And then there is another directory called subgroup description. As the name suggests, it is the description for this subgroup. So I will add it the login and login endpoints for all users. Okay, next is for the method. It goes the same way as name will be the login. Okay, next the description of the method, so it will be login the user into the application. Once logged in, it will generate a bearer token and send it in the response. This token should be used for making further requests. Okay, this is the description of this method called for login, and I will add another directive called unauthenticated, which means that this endpoint doesn't require any kind of authentication to make requests. And the return type should be JSON, because we are returning JSON response. Okay, so return type will be illuminate http JSON response. I will remove this description because that is not required for us, and I will keep it as it is. Okay, now because we have added this group in our controller, we will add this group in the scribe for the changes to take effect. Okay, so I will search in the scribe.php file. I will search for order. Here it is. Okay, and I will add common endpoints. Once this has been added, I will go to my terminal and execute the command to generate this documentation. PHP artisan scribe generate. Okay, you can see that the scribe has been generated, and now we will go to our site 8000 localhost /docs. You see the common endpoints has been added over here, and the authentication is the subheading which is coming from over here, and this is the description: login endpoint for all users. Okay, the body parameters is not right. This is not what we wrote, right? So I guess we have made some mistake. Let's check it. In this, so it says no body parameters method found. I guess we have misspelled the method name. Let's check. Go to our login request, and yes, we have misspelled. There was a E missing. Okay, once it is done, let's go to a terminal and run it again. Done. Go to our refresh, and yes, you see it has been added. Over here you see that there is bash and JavaScript that is pre-added, but because we are going to use PHP, we need to add PHP also. So in order to do that, head over to your scribe config file, search for example languages, okay, and add PHP as well. Save it and regenerate the file, scribe documentation. Okay, and refresh. Once it is done, you will see that PHP has been added. That's it for today's video. See you next time. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you.